here's what's going on in your neck of the hood.
How's it going, everyone? I am your host, Austin Flynn, and this is the Gaming Oasis. I bring you the gaming info so you don't have to spend your time trolling random web links. Unless you like to do that sort of thing, then by all means. This week we're going to recap some of E3's most talked about titles. Our very own opinions man, Just Another Hero, will give you suggestions for genre-specific games to buy. There will be a review of Nintendo's newest racer, Mario Kart 8, and to conclude, we're going to see what Twitter has to say about the E3 games we talk about. So without further ado, let's get the show on the Rainbow Road. Apparently, the fifth time's a charm for Microsoft as developer 343 Industries shows off Halo 5 Guardians at E3 2014. Few in-depth details are known about the game as of yet, but it appears an unknown Spartan character, who has been monitoring the Chief in his adventures from a distance, may play a crucial role in the newest installment. As usual, the game will be a Microsoft exclusive, only releasing on the Xbox One. During the trailer, a Halo collection called Halo the Master Chief Collection was announced. The compilation game will include Halos 1 through 4, each with graphical upgrades, and be released on the Xbox One. The game will also come with an exclusive early access beta to Halo 5's multiplayer, which is said to begin December 2014. It also seems like the Halo series will once again get an opportunity to become more than just a video game, as a television series is set to run in conjunction with the Halo 5 release. The show is said to be produced by Steven Spielberg, and Showtime is in talks to air the series. Halo 5 Guardians is set to release sometime in quarter 3 or 4 of 2015. Speaking of shooters, Nintendo is throwing its hat into the ring once again after titles such as Red Steel 2, and Link's Crossbow Training. This time around, squids, who can change between their animal form and human avatar, will battle to take control of arenas as they shoot and hinder each other with the use of ink. The title will be a Wii U exclusive and allows up to 8-player action in 4v4 online matches. Splatoon will be a third-person shooter, and players will be given many ways to show their true colors. Bazookas, grenades, snipers, and giant paint rollers are just some of the ways these squads of squids can paint the town red, or whatever color they represent. This ink-filled extravaganza will hit store shelves somewhere in the ballpark of quarter 1 or 2 of 2015. Do you like spaceships? Are you a die-hard Star Trek or Star Wars fan? Do you enjoy looking at Nathan Fillion and use a love of the show Firefly as an excuse to stare non-stop? Then has game developer Hello Games and the PS4 have the perfect solution for you. E3 favorite No Man's Sky is a science fiction open universe space exploration game that allows you to do all the space-related activities you've wanted from a game since you've been able to breathe. It gives players a completely uncharted map and the ability to explore that map to their heart's content in order to claim findings as their very own. And to top it off, the universe is always expanding thanks to an algorithm programmed into the game. Each planet will be unique from the rest, with ecosystems that range from blistering deserts to frigid tundras. As an added bonus, players can engage in interstellar combat and walk among dinosaurs. So danger can come in the form of hostile wildlife or bloodthirsty space pirates. Honestly, is there anybody on this planet that isn't interested in this game? I didn't think so. As of now, there is no official release date. Last but not least, class-based cooperative first-person shooter Evolve is a multi-platform game developed by Turtle Rock Studios. The title will pit 4 hunters against a monster in various maps that have differing terrain. The twist is that both the hunters and the monster will be controlled by a human player, so interactions will be fresh and unpredictable. Evolve will be published by 2K Games, run on the CryEngine, and be released on PC, the PS4, and the Xbox One. Unlike class-based shooter Team Fortress, every hunter will have alternate character models, and there will be multiple versions of the monster. The 2 monsters revealed thus far are the Goliath, a hulking behemoth capable of tremendous jumps and unprecedented strength, and the Kraken, the second monster which boasts the power of flight and an extended reach with its tentacles. The monster can become stronger and evolve twice by preying upon wildlife that is present in each map. With each evolution, the monster will become a bigger challenge for the hunters to overcome. The 4 classes in the game include Trapper, Support, Medic, and Assault. Each of these classes will play a vital role in the success of the team and have abilities the other group members don't have access to. In Evolve, teamwork truly does make the dream work. Evolve is set to make its debut October 21st, 2014. That about wraps it up for the general gaming news and E3 recap. Next, we'll be giving Just Another Hero the floor so he can tell you about some genre-specific games and which ones he thinks you should be spending your hard-earned coin on. But before that, remember to tell us what you think about these games. Is No Man's Sky as awesome as everybody thinks it is? Will Nintendo finally get a shooter right with its fun-loving, squid-slinging Splatoon? Will Half-Life 3 ever be released? We want to hear your opinions and more to make sure you're paying attention and to make sure we're paying attention to you. So let us hear what you have to say in the comments below. Take it away, hero. It's a good one. Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction, Mr. Flynn. By the way, I just wanted to say this. It is great to be able to work with such a talented and, I'm just going to come right out there and handsome coworkers such as yourself. So, thank you very much. It's a pleasure being a co-anchor with you, and I'm hoping to do some good stuff here for the Gaming Oasis. So, without further ado, let's get started here. Okay, so basically this segment is called Genre Genie, and what I'm going to be doing is giving you 4 genres worth of video games, and then I'm going to do 3 video games in each genre. First, second, and third, depending on how much I liked the game. These are all going to be solid picks from me, by the way. But what I'm going to be talking about is the game a little bit. Maybe saying what consoles they're on, or PC, how much they are, and what their Metacritic score is. So, without making you guys wait too long, let's get it started.
See, chicken a la king? No, yeah, that's king crab. I hate when I do that. Caesar salad. Et tu, Brute? Nope. Aha.
Alright, let's get started. I'm going to try to go through these kind of quickly. I'm going to be showing some gameplay, so you guys will see what's going on. So the first genre is platformer. As far as platformers go, runner-up is going to be Yoshi's Island. I love this game. Personally love pretty much everything about it. Storyline, music, sprites, everything. I just had to put it as runner-up because I know some people hate it because of a certain something. And it's kind of the 900-pound baby in the room, but yeah, look, Baby Mario cries a lot in that game, and it gets annoying. But I love the game regardless. I actually never had a big problem with that. So, moving on to third, that is going to be Shovel Knight for the 3DS and the Wii U. It's going to be $19.99 on the Wii U. The Wii U shop, that is, and it scored a 93 on Metacritic and a 89 on Metacritic for the 3DS and the Wii U respectively. I don't know, you're just a blue knight walking around with a shovel in his hand, digging up treasure and, defeating enemies, so it looks interesting to me, but I haven't really played it too much, so give it a try. I'm probably going to pick it up, and you should too. Next on the list is 1001 Spikes. Think Indiana Jones meets Super Meat Boy. That's the best way I can describe it. You start off with 1001 lives. You get, I think, 40 for every level completed, or however many levels completed, you do get bonus lives. But it's for the Wii U and PC. It's $15 on the Wii U, and it got an 82 on Metacritic. Yeah, it's just one of those where it's a trial and error game is basically what I want to say, and then toward the end of the game it gets to the point where you got to have a lot of skill in the game too to get past the level, so it's trial and error mixed with skill. Yeah, it's gonna be addicting. Next on the list is a game that I started playing maybe 4 or 5 months ago. A lot of people like to speedrun this game. You know who you are if you're watching, but it is a game called Dust Force. I got a little bit here. Let me read. Basically, have you ever played a game about cleaning? This is one you're not going to want to miss. Players will take control of 4 janitors who are pretty much hell-bent on removing all the dirt, dust, and grime from the planet. The point of the game is to touch every spot of dirtiness to clean it as quickly as possible and do it accurately. However, enemies and obstacles will look to end your parkour cleaning spree. At first glance, the game looks like all flash, but upon non-stop playing, you'll be left hunting for the revered double S rank. Not only that, but even when you do perfect your playthrough, you'll be chasing the times of some of the best dusters on the planet. Great animations, an intensely delightful soundtrack, and responsive controls reserve a spot for Dust Force on this list. Get to cleaning, guys. Yeah, it's just a little something I wrote for that, just because I really want to drive home the point that this is a fun game, one of the best soundtracks I've heard in a long time. Animations are great, multiple characters, multiplayer options. There's a high learning curve, but it's a game that you can learn quickly. So yeah, that's going to be $9.99 on the PSN, and it got a 79 for PC and a 74 for PS3 on Metacritic. But I just love the game. I don't know why it scored less than the other two I talked about, but it in my eyes it deserves at least an 85. It's a great game, and I can't say enough about it. You know, buy it and get to Dustin, guys. Next on the list is JRPGs. First on the list for JRPGs is The Last Remnant. I haven't personally played the game too much, but I wanted to put it on the list because I don't have a lot of 360 games on this list. So I've heard a lot of really good things about this game. It may not have had the best Metacritic score, coming in at 66, but everybody I've talked to that's played this game has said I have to pick it up. Unfortunately, I don't have a 360. Maybe now that I have a better PC, I can just pick that up and play it. But you know, great art style. I've heard some of the music, and it's really, really engaging, I guess you could say. And hey, pick it up used at GameStop. It's $6.99, so get on that. Next one is a Super Nintendo classic. It is called Earthbound, or also known as Mother in Japan. It's started out on the SNES, but just recently had a virtual console release on the Wii U. So pick that up for $8. I will pay $8 for that game every day. And I couldn't find a Metacritic score for it, but I got a IGN score of 9 on Earthbound. So I don't know. It's a little boy with psychic powers, and the last boss looks like a fetus. I know it might that might deter some people, but really, give it a try. All right, number 1 on the JRPG list is Golden Sun. It started off on the Game Boy Advance. It's now on the Wii U Virtual Console, and you can pick that up for $8, same as Earthbound. Again, I'll pay $15 for that game. I'll pay $20 for that game. It got a Metacritic score of 91, and it's honestly, in my eyes, one of the most memorable games on the Game Boy Advanced. Not even just in terms of JRPGs, just in terms of a really, really good game. Music's there, the storyline's there, the characters are there, the development, I don't know, everything is good about that game. I don't know what more to say about it, but yeah, pick it up. It's a good one. Okay, next is a genre that I hold very near and dear to my heart, one of my favorites. It is the action-adventure genre. First up on the list is a game that I think embodies one aspect of a truly great action-adventure game, which is a good, good storytelling. And this game is Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. It's on the PlayStation 3 and the PC. You can get it for $15, and it got the PC version got a 90 on Metacritic, and it got an it's also on the 360, by the way. And the overall, if you combine the PC, PS3, and 360, is going to be a Metacritic of 87. And I don't know, it's just good puzzle solving. The game looks great, and I don't know. The best part about it is going to be the storyline. It's just two brothers trying to cure their dad. So it's it's kind of heartwarming, but also it's just got good gameplay elements to back it up. Next on the list, one that came out very recently. It is about a singer who lost her voice and now has a talking sword. It sounds a little weird, but I am definitely going to be buying it. I don't know why I don't have it already. You know, animations look great in the game. 2 different ways to combat the enemies in the game. It has real time that you can use, and it has kind of a VAT system kind of combat that you can use. Looks to be really great. I gotta pick it up, but it's $20 on the PSN, and I believe it's also $20 on Steam. And it got a overall, I guess if you combine the two, on Metacritic of 83. So go and pick that game up. It's looking really good. Last one is not going to be a surprise to anybody who knows me. I love both of these games. One of them is, in my opinion, one of the best games in this genre that have ever come out. And actually, one of my favorite games ever. And that is the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus collection, with Shadow of the Colossus, of course, being one of my favorite games ever. It's going to be $19.99 on the PSN. You can probably find it cheaper used, even. And it got a Metacritic. The collection got a Metacritic score of 92. Ico and Shadow of the Colossus got a 90 and 91, respectively. So, yeah, great music, really subtle but beautiful storyline. It's pretty much just a series of boss battles, which, let's be honest, is the most fun part of a game most of the time, of any game most of the time. Cough, cough, Zelda. I'm not saying Zelda's not good, I'm just saying the boss battles are amazing. I look forward to them. And it's the only issue it had in the PS2 release was it had a frame rate issue with the final boss and a couple other portions of the game, but that has since been repaired in the PS3 re-release, so grab it up. Honestly, you will not dislike this game. I don't know too many people who have played it and said, wasn't really my cup of tea. Most people love the game, so give it a shot. Moving on to the last genre, and that is multiplayer / cooperative. Starting off with Diablo 3, it's had an expansion, Reaper of Souls, so there's plenty of content to play through. 4-player on the same screen, so that's kind of rare. I know you have castle crashers and stuff like that, but the last time you had a game in the same vein as Diablo 3 was probably Champions of Norath. If any of you remember that? 1 and 2, and oh gosh, and Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. So yeah, really good. There's nothing more fun than leveling up an OP character, you know, going from a 0 to a hero, quote unquote. I know it's really cheesy, blah, but with your friend sitting right next to you, you always want to compare loot, you always want to compare levels, you always want to compare gear and spells, and just it's just a lot of crazy fun. You're gonna be spamming buttons a lot, but it's nice to be able to play a game and be able to look over to someone right next to you and be like, well, what do you think about that part of the storyline, or that boss was really annoying, wasn't he? And getting immediate feedback from your friend. So great bonding experience time with that one. Next one started off on the Ouya, had a re-release with a few added bonuses on the PlayStation 4. I am talking about none other than Towerfall Ascension comes in at number 2. Right now, grab it up for all you PlayStation Plus fans because it is free. On the PC, it's $15 right now. If you have any friends, try it once. You guys will be playing for hours. You will be playing for hours. There is so much customization. You can play 2v2s, you can play 1v1, v1v1. There's different stages, there are different characters. There is kind of advanced techniques in the game, and honestly, it's a multiplayer game that's rare because you don't get really pissed at it. You just kind of do something insane and you look over and you're like, wow, I want to see the replay on that. And the good news is you can save the replays. It's very cool stuff. So it got an 87 on Metacritic. It's a solid game. If you are looking for something to play at a party, play with you and a buddy, there's co-op stuff in it too. It's got, it's got good difficulties. A lot to unlock in it, so yeah, pick it up for $15, and if you're a PlayStation Plus user, you should already be downloading it right now. Finally, a game that we are going to be using to segue. It's a racer, it's Nintendo, I speak none other than, you already know, Mario Kart 8. I'm going to be doing a review of this next, so that's the segue. Secret, secret, secret revealed. But yeah, I'm just going to put it this way. The music's good, the gameplay's good, the items are fun to use, decent selection of characters. I will say, battle mode sucks. It is a lot worse than it used to be, but rest in peace, battle mode. What are you gonna do? They got the racing right. That's all I can say. The anti-gravity is fun. All of the tracks are have a fully orchestrated soundtrack, and it's an easy, fun game. Nintendo always gets that right though, so it's not a surprise to anyone. So I'm going to I don't want to say too much about it because I got to review this thing. So I'm gonna use that as a way to go to our next segment, which is review for you. So without further ado, review for you.
Mario Kart 8!
Mario Kart. A franchise any gamer who grew up with a Nintendo console, which is most of us, holds near to their heart. We remember all of the times blue shells brought us from first to worst, and the times the star propelled us to victory with a symphony of cool tunes and a streak of sparkles, blazing past our big brothers and little sisters and everybody in between. Its music conforms to the fast-paced catastrophe that is the Mario Kart race, and the aesthetics make us feel like we're in a rainbow dream. It seems impossible being able to emulate the feeling we get from this game for so many generations, but somehow the Big N always finds a way. And with Mario Kart 8, Nintendo has once again brought us into the crazy world of karting in spectacular fashion. For starters, is Mario Kart 8's music the top-notch symphony we've always been captivated by? See for yourself. And that's just the intro screen, for crying out loud. Not that the melodies haven't changed, it seems this time Mario Kart has become a bit more refined. Songs seem to be more soulful, yet still frantic, a touch complemented quite nicely by the fully orchestrated soundtrack the game boasts. As usual, each course has its own personality created by its look, but the music for each track only adds layers to that personality and really rounds out Racer's full sensory pleasure. This shouldn't come as much of a surprise considering Nintendo always does a great job with its game's soundtracks, but it's nice to see their standards haven't changed after all these years. While the soundtrack did a great job of maintaining the quality previous games were known for, the graphics of Mario Kart 8 far exceeded any expectations fans of the series could have hoped for, or were used to, I guess I should say. Although Nintendo may not be known for its attention to detail as far as HD graphics go, they sure set the bar pretty high this time around. Donkey Kong's fur ruffles in the wind, wheels become coated with sand when they streak through deserts, and Shell's individual ridges are discernible through the detailed use of shading. This is such a big step because from Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube to Mario Kart Wii, the difference in graphics seemed very minimal at best, and racers have come to expect that from the series. Here's a little comparison clip just so you guys can see. But even though subpar graphics might not be a deal breaker for most Nintendo fans, not saying anything about the systems, but you know, it's more about the fun. There's really nobody who can complain at this point with Mario Kart 8. Another aspect greatly improved was the online capabilities of Mario Kart 8. Although Mario Kart Wii had an online feature better than most of its other Wii counterparts, that didn't really say much considering the mediocre online sported by most Wii titles. Cough, brawl, cough. And this was a point of contention among gamers in a time where online capabilities were fairly new and exciting to people who had become used to playing alone for years. Mario Kart 8 completely knocks it out of the park and offers players quick entry into 12-man races, customizable tournaments, the ability to race against some of the best track records in the world, and even turning racers into spectators as they can choose to watch and just, you know, take themselves out of the action completely. The only complaint is that sometimes item can be a bit laggy, I guess I should say. So you'll throw a shell, it'll trail like an inch behind a player and then hit them. It seems really weird. It takes a while, but you know, most games you're going to run into those small scale problems, and this is no different. Moving on to the controls, which it's a Mario Kart game, the controls should be pretty simple or else something went wrong. The controls are just as easy as they've always been and allow racers to steer in a myriad of ways, ranging from tilt controls, which was a big aspect of the Wii game, on the gamepad, to the good old control stick maneuverability most of us have become familiar with at this point in time. The only difference in the gameplay / control category that is worth, mentioning is the anti-gravity racing Mario Kart 8 has become stylized by. While it doesn't make a huge difference in the speed of the race, it throws a fresh new feel to older courses and allows players more than one route to traverse tracks with. Also, the coin collecting feature of Mario Kart on the SNES is back and gives players a miniature boost when coins are grabbed. Racers are also given an overall speed bonus depending on how many coins, from 0 to 10, you can save up, are collected along the way. So it offers a little bit different way to race. This can make the difference of the race, but isn't so much of an advantage where it feels like diligent coin grabbers are the only ones to become victorious. The only part of the coins that truly becomes tiresome is when you're in first and you constantly receive them from the item boxes, as they really don't offer any protection from enemy weapons. Speaking of items, the Boomerang, Fireball, Piranha Plant, Mega Horn, and 8-weapon item, which is like the Mario Kart 8 symbol, and it sports all the different items. They all make their first console appearance, I should say. Some of them have been on the handheld on Mario Kart 7. All of these items have their offensive and defensive purposes, but none more crucial than the Mega Horn, because it allows first place racers to finally destroy blue shells before they're able to ruin people's lives. A first for the Mario Kart franchise, I might add. We've all come to hate blue shells and their ability to crush dreams, so now it's a nice, reliable answer to this terror. And while it doesn't always present itself, it does give a satisfying feeling when you do manage to blow up such a hated enemy. I don't want to give away too much on the new items because I think it's better for you guys just to use them, and they're very satisfying to use than for me to just go on and on and on about how they're used. But they're very, like I said, they're just extremely fun to use, very satisfying to hit somebody with, so give them a shot. And my last points and complaints come from the roster of racers and the battle mode, which you heard about a little bit. First off, where the heck is Diddy Kong? I mean, the cheerful chimp used to have his own racing game. The least you could do is keep him in for all the people who loved him in Diddy Kong Racing. Do you guys remember that game? I mean, as if that wasn't bad enough that they took Diddy out, Nintendo decided to add in Bowser's doofy little siblings called the Koopalings. They're not bad characters per se, but it seems wasteful to take up to 7 racing slots when the characters in question seem extremely similar, especially when the rest of the cast is so diverse. You got a dinosaur who can stick his tongue out really far. You've got a huge, gigantic King Kong type character. You've got, well, I guess Mario and Luigi aren't very good examples, but I mean, you got a princess, you got a plumber, you got a huge lizard, spiky lizard. I mean, they're all kind of the same thing, just a little bit different. So I think it was wasteful, basically. And this problem is even taken a step further in the form of Metal Mario and Pink Gold Peach. These characters are essentially Mario and Peach given a metallic shine and warped voice. They're boring to say the least. But none of those problems are as big as I've said about the biggest setback in the game, which is the lackluster battle mode. Instead of having courses designed specifically for the battle mode, tracks in the Grand Prix portion of the game are reused with nothing changed. This leaves racers spending most of their time searching for players to engage and takes away the sense of urgency mixed with caution the game mode was once known for. It's an upsetting change, but one that can be looked past because the rest of the game delivers on multiple levels. As with its predecessors, Mario Kart 8 brings a few new aspects to the established franchise and builds upon the strengths the beloved titles become famous for. As far as the racing goes, this might be just the most enjoyable yet. And even though the battle mode might be flawed, it is a facet of the game that can be tinkered with to the player's liking. The music is fresh, keeps racers bobbing their head to the jazzy chorus, the gameplay is solid as usual, the controls continue to keep races simple and quick, the online is addictive, and the graphics far exceed previous titles and challenge players to keep their eyes on the road. The few minor downfalls this game does have are far outweighed by the resounding positives. So grab a few friends, gear up, and get ready for speed, friendly rivalry, and the occasional shell that comes out of nowhere. Mario Kart is back, and it's just like you remembered, but even better. Have fun blowing up those pesky blue shells, guys, and thank you very much for sitting in on this first segment of Review for You. If you guys want to comment down below, I would be happy to do a review of any game. New, old. I wanted to do Mario Kart 8 because I really liked it. I had a lot to say about it, as you guys can tell. But let me know what you guys want me to do a review for you next. What you want me to do a review for you next. But yeah, old, new, it's all the same to me. Heck, I can even do PC games now. I have a better computer. So without further ado, I think it's time for the Twitter talk. So I'm gonna send it back to you, Mr. Flynn, and let you take over. Alright, everybody, it's time to reach deep down into the pits of the information superhighway. It's the segment, Twitter Talk. Now, in this segment, we're going to see what people on Twitter have to say about some of the games we spoke about that were at E3. Here's what some of the people had to say. Tweeter Dilip Chalil, Is it Chalil?
Fuck her right in the pussy!
Dilip Chalil said, the monster hunting game Evolve came out of nowhere to win E3. Okay, fair comment. Nothing wrong with that. Turtle Rock Studios, the game who is developing Evolve, said that their friends at Logitech G are helping them assemble the perfect Evolve game hunting party. With the rise in popularity of 3D printers, Twitter handle Evolve for the game Evolve says that now gamers and everyone alike are able to make their own Evolve printable 3D models, not only of the hunters, but as the monsters as well. And lastly, we have Jane, at JaneBot, and she says, now mind you, this might not have anything to do with Evolve, but it is advice nonetheless on Twitter. The first woman to evolve into a video game will rule the world. Wise words. As far as Halo 5 goes, Halo Follower at HaloFollower.com said, finally had my first dream about Halo 5. Chief was talking to Blue Team. It was awesome. Good. People are dreaming about the games now. That's good. Step above Oculus Rift. In an even simpler statement, LSD at Mahdi Messiah said, Halo 5 is going to be epic. Okay. Not a bad. Yeah. Go. Mike Smiley Face at Michael B. Coves, or at Michael _ B. Coves, pardon me, said, a Master Chief motorcycle helmet is currently under development, coming out in 2015. What do you guys think? Well, personally, I think a lot of people who bought the Halo 3 Ultimate Edition with Spartan helmet involved are going to be very happy about that because they were a little upset, needless to say, when they found out that they couldn't fit their heads into the helmets. And last, Darth Quackers at Darth_Quackers says, somebody is ready for Halo 5 Guardians Beta, smiley face. Seems like a lot of people are really excited about Halo 5. We'll see if it can deliver on every level. Oh, those crazy kids in their Twitter. I don't think I can handle anymore. Hero, why don't I pass the mic over to you, my friend? Let's do a Twitter talk for No Man's Sky and Splatoon. Take it away. Alright, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen, my man. I'll happily do Splatoon and No Man's Sky. First thing we have here is Mad Library Scientist at MadLibScientist. Says here's some Pokemon-inspired Splatoon art. Looks like a Splatoon human character with a tentacruel, tentacruel headpiece. Kind of meshing Pokemon and Splatoon. Kind of cool. I like it. It's kind of surprising that there's already fan art of a game that's just barely released as a trailer, but I'm liking your enthusiasm, Mad Library Scientist. I keep wanting to say Mad Library Scientist. Okay, Ole Ivar Rudy at Olevar Rudy. Same for once. I hope the unannounced Smash Bros. Character is one of the Splatoon girls. Keep dreaming, pal. I've been wanting Smash characters in Smash that don't make it all the time. Don't get your hopes up, my man. Michael O'Connor at _Pipe Dreamer _. Hashtag Splatoon is a step forward in third-person gaming. The concept, controls, and multiplayer option contribute to an overall fantastic experience. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer on this one, but that's what a lot of people thought about Red Steel and Red Steel 2. I, for one, got Red Steel on the first day, and I was very disappointed. So I'm not saying this game's going to turn out that same way, but let's pray to God it doesn't. Last is Michael at Maikeru _Kun. I just realized Splatoon is Super Mario Sunshine. Hashtag mind blown. Well, you know what? I mean, kind of. I mean, it kind of has that same effect to it. But going back to that first or second comment, I really hope that if that if that character does get into Smash Brothers, it doesn't have a move like Mario's Flood move. So that is weird, though. Super Mario Sunshine, Splatoon, conspiracy theory. Maybe. All right, on to the next. What do we got next here? Ugh. Oh gosh. Now I see why you gave me Splatoon and No Man's Sky. There's a ton of these for Splatoon, or for No Man's Sky. Whatever. Okay. Mark Serrels at Serrels. No Man's Sky is really fascinating. Great work by at Tina Amini at Kotaku.com. Nice. Okay. June 18th. Oh, same thing. Never mind. Navneet Alang. Could well be a victim of its own hype, but procedurally generated. Infinite universe of No Man's Sky verse intriguing. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie and say I'm not hyped about it after seeing that trailer. It looked pretty mind-blowing. But, yeah, screw it. Navneet, you're wrong. It's not going to be a victim of its own hype. It's going to be a victim of its own amazingness. Alright. Lordo at Lord of Ultima. No Man's Sky might be the hypest thing ever. Agreed. Gonna say yes. Let's keep that hype train going on this game. Matt Kolf at Matt Kolf. No Man's Sky looks awesome, like Spore, Minecraft, and Eve rolled together. Looking forward to it. I thought the same thing, actually. When I saw the trailer for that, I immediately thought Spore for some reason. Not so much Minecraft. A little bit Eve, but yeah. Definitely feeling the Spore on that one. Better than Spore, though. Hopefully. Ryan Ricketts at Ryan Ricketts. No Man's Sky is an ambitious sandbox-style video game that just looks plain fun. Thanks, Ryan, Captain Obvious, for telling us what we already know. Sorry about that, folks. Moon Saneem. I'm insanely interested in No Man's Sky. Billy7 at The Ultimus Prime. 350 people working on Assassin's Creed Unity. 4 people working on No Man's Sky. Which is the more ambitious game? Very true. Very true, but I think their Assassin's Creed at this point has a good reason for having a lot of people on the team. But I definitely agree that No Man's Sky is definitely the more ambitious game. And this is the final one? Yeah, final Twitter talk. Haydox at Haydox. I sincerely hope that No Man's Sky comes to PC or Wii U. Either or would be amazing. So yeah, it seems like it'd be a perfect fit on PC. I don't know about Wii U so much. It's always kind of behind. So I don't know if it would be able to make it on that. But I don't know, maybe. I don't know enough about game programming to make that kind of call. But I think the bottom line of all these Twitter talks is that it looks incredible. I'm not going to stray too much from that, but that about does it. It looks like it wraps up the show, actually. Yes, it wraps up the show. It was a pleasure making this for you guys. It is probably going to get released about 2 to 3 days after I said it was going to, so I sincerely apologize about that, guys. But I did get a request for a Greninja video character analysis, so I think definitely, not I think, we're definitely going to do it, for sure. And I am glad that I have this new computer. It's the reason that this video took a little bit longer, but 1 week of a video taking a little bit longer is going to be, hopefully, years worth of videos taking less time, because my laptop ran like ass sometimes. Not gonna clean that one up, because it's very true. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Comment below. Tell us what games we should talk about next time. Tell us what I should review for you. What kind of genres do you want us to talk about? There's so much that you guys can give us feedback on this one. I'm saying us, but well, yeah, whatever. There's a lot that you guys can give me feedback on and tell me what you want me to do for the next time, and I'm hopefully be more prepared and put it out in a timely fashion. So give me that feedback. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna leave the mic to you, Mr. Flynn, if you want to have any parting words. You having some trouble with the mic over there? Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna give it back to you. Guys, it was a pleasure. Hope the Gaming Oasis turns into a monthly thing, hopefully. Maybe bi-weekly. But without further ado and any more waiting, Mr. Flynn, take it away. Hero out. That's tomorrow, and that's it for us today, and I don't know what that is. I don't know what that says. I've never seen that before.
Sting's gonna play a track at the end of the show.
Right, but there's no words on it. It doesn't say anything. To play us out, what does that mean?
He's gonna end the show playing a track.
Okay. All right. That's tomorrow, and that's it for. Go ahead. Do it.
5, 4, 3, 2.
That's tomorrow, and that's it for us today, and I can't do it. I don't see what's on the teleprompter. There's nothing on the teleprompter.
Just read what it says on. Just read what it says on.
Right. It says to play us out. What is the track? What is the track off of Sting's album? What is he playing out?
It's just a new track off of his new album.
Okay. Okay. There's no words up there, but okay. Go ahead.
5, 4, 3, 2.
That's tomorrow, and that's it for us today at the Gaming Oasis. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Okay.
The fuck, it sucks. Okay. All right? No. I'll write it and we'll do it live. All right? I don't have to sit here all day. I'll write it. We'll do it live. All right? Fuck it. Fucking thing sucks. All right?
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2.
That's tomorrow, and that's it for us today. Here's a track off of Sting's new album. Thanks for joining us on the Gaming Oasis. Is that it? Alright. God damn it. What the fuck was that? Fucking thing sucks! Jesus Christ!